big thing.
Whatever happens on Monday night, Clemson has already won. Won in a way that has completely changed the definition and idea of who and what they are. For so many years, they were used as the punchline, their university's name used as a verb. Clemsoning implied doing the worst possible thing at the least opportune time to cost yourself a chance at glory. That is long, long gone, dead and buried. In the past 4 seasons, Clemson has made the playoff every year. They've lost only 2 regular season games, one by a point at home, one on the road to Syracuse where they lost their starting quarterback. That's it. 4 seasons, including ACC title games, they are 51-2. 2 losses by a combined 4 points. That's the regular season record. What they've done is become Alabama. Not all time, no, but right now, that's who they are. A team who basically doesn't lose games before the playoff and mostly wins with very little pushback. As excellent as Ohio State has been over this same time frame, they've had those baffling craters. Clemson doesn't have the equivalent of a 31-point loss to Iowa or a 29-point loss to Purdue. It just doesn't happen to them. Was the ACC down this year? Yeah, no doubt. But during the stretch, Clemson has had to deal with Florida State with Jimbo, Louisville with Lamar Jackson, but Clemson's been head and shoulders above the ACC for the most part. They're good miles beyond the rank and file of that league. The one concern with the Notre Dame game in the playoff was how might they react if they faced a close game. Hadn't had one since Trevor Lawrence became the starter. They still haven't. Monday, I imagine they will. They've now run into Bama in all 4 of their playoff appearances, something their head coach Dabo Swinney describes this way.
It's a privilege if it's us in Alabama again, because, man, they've been the best. I mean, nobody can argue that. What they've done, what Coach Saban has done is incredible.
In many respects, it's like looking in a mirror. Each team has recruited at an obscene level, though Bama's classes have been just a bit better. Each team has a lengthy list of players who star on Sundays and a bunch more who will join them this spring. Each school has spent without regard for reason for every bell and whistle that might elevate their respective programs to the places they now occupy, on top of the mountain. There's only room for one after Monday night, I know, but whatever happens in California, Clemson has gotten to the top of the mountain, and they've done the thing that's even harder to do after they get there. They've stayed. Back to the NFL's version of the playoff and revisiting the drama at Soldier Field. Under 5 minutes to go, Philadelphia trailing by a touchdown. Well, they're down 5, but they need a touchdown. They know who we mean. Alshon Jeffrey was the favorite target of Foles. He had 6 grabs, 82 yards. Zach Ertz, 5 catches, 52 yards. Getting closer, 3rd and 9. Jeffrey, perfect pass from Foles to get to the 2. It ends up 4th and goal. They called timeout, Golden Tate, perfect play design, and an absolutely perfect throw into that tiny little window. Eagles now lead by 1. They obviously go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point advantage. Wendell Smallwood tries to leap from the goal line. Ball's knocked away. Man, if the Bears pick that up and go the other way, they get 2. Does he get there? They reviewed it, and they could not determine that he did cross the plane, so it stays a 1-point game. Off the kickoff, Tariq Cohen is such a dangerous weapon for this Bears offense and return game. Spins out of a tackle and gets about 20 yards after he gets hit. 42-yard line, they're in good shape. Mitchell Trubisky. Allen Robinson was the receiving star in this game. 10 grabs, 143 yards. That, too, a perfect pass there in field goal range. That sets up Cody Parkey. We know he's had some struggles this year hitting uprights. And don't you know, he hits the upright and the crossbar, and Soldier Field cannot believe the way this season has come to an end. But it has. We do see that Trayvon Hester seemed to have got maybe the ring finger and the pinky on the ball. Not enough to stop the flight of the ball, but maybe enough to change the trajectory and the reaction all around. Well, it just depended on the jersey you were wearing. Joined now by Golden Tate, who caught the touchdown that helped propel the Eagles on to a game against New Orleans next weekend. And Golden, appreciate the time, man. You come out of a timeout, you know the play call, you look at the coverage. Do you know instantly this ball's coming to me?
I had a feeling it was coming to me as long as I got a good release and got to the flat quickly. And Foles dropped a dime. Great play call, and I don't even know how it all happened. It just happened so quickly.
All right, so you do your job, and then all you can do is do what we're doing here. Just watch what happens next. So how, as you're watching with your teammates, like, I don't know what the right protocol is. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to pray for a dude to miss or like what you're supposed to hope for, but obviously you need the guy to miss for your season to go on. So what's that like as he hits the crossbar twice?
It was very stressful leading up to that moment, especially the first time he hit it, right? So
Yep.
I was like, wow, okay. Thankfully, we iced him, and then we came back and, got some pressure, and the wind kind of took over and it hit the crossbar, and next thing you know, it's ball game, and we're going to the next round of playoffs. But at the end of the day, that's what playoff football is. So many times it comes down to a big play like that, and we just found a way.
All right, last quick one. I know you got a plane to catch to get out of Dodge. You guys played New Orleans, and it's a game you got to flush. So how do you guys as a group just take whatever that was and ignore it, given the way it turned out?
I think we enjoy this one for the plane ride and maybe a little bit tomorrow, and then just refocus. It's the playoffs. Pour all of our energy into the New Orleans Saints on the road, a great team, very hot right now with a lot of weapons, and I think we just pour all our energy into that and just, have our best week of practice. If we do that, we like our chances going into Sunday, and that's all we can do.
All anyone this weekend wanted was another game, and thanks to your hands there and a couple of crossbars hit, you guys have one more game going. Appreciate your time. Happy New Year, man. We'll catch up somewhere down the road, all right?
Appreciate it, Scott. Have a good one.
Dogs have been barking. 10 straight, right? 10 straight underdogs. Keep that in mind for what it's worth. They continue to live the life of the underdog. In the last 2 seasons, they'll continue to be that. In New Orleans, they got beat there 48-7 earlier this year. They're a 9.5-point underdog over the top overall seed in the conference. The other game, Los Angeles, a touchdown favorite over Dallas. You can see both the totals hovering in the 50-point vicinity.